How's it going, guys? Welcome to another live stream. Welcome. We're doing a little bit later of a live stream tonight. Just some things that I wanted to talk about, and why not? We're testing a few things as well. So hopefully we're coming through okay. Got a little bit to talk about, not too much, but something I wanted to go live for. Hope you're doing well. As we enter Friday, by the way, so hopefully your week's been going well. Week's been going good here, guys. Hope you've been busy. Hope you've been productive. And again, hopefully we're coming through okay. So let me know if we're streaming okay today. As last time we had a little bit of some issues. Yes, looks like we're good. So we'll see if we can get anyone on this late night live stream. We'll find out. But welcome to another live stream. I appreciate you being here. So today we're talking about some new things with Lyft. And one of you guys reached out to me. Thank you very much. One of you guys reached out to me to bring this to my attention. A beta program, we'll say. A beta program, something brand new that we may have seen echoed from the Uber system. And we're going to take a look at that today. Also, as you've seen, or if you've not seen, this should be new and this is going to be big. The other thing that we're talking about today is, do you really make $3.37 driving for Uber an hour? $3.37 per hour driving Uber. Why? Why not? What's the update on that? We're going to talk about that as well. Also, if you guys are interested, we are testing a beta with YouTube today, integrating YouTube with the Philips Hue system right here. So hopefully this works. It's in a beta test right now. Knock on wood. I'm crossing my fingers. But this Philips Hue system, which is a great product by the way, is now integrated with if this then that technology. So if we get any super chats tonight, what's supposed to happen is this is supposed to change color to coordinate with the super chat level. A super chat is basically a tip. And if you send a super chat, there's certain colors that correspond with different dollar amounts. So crossing my fingers, if anyone sends a super chat, that should change colors. And if it doesn't, then we'll see. I don't know, but that's what's up. Thanks for joining, guys. Hey, Mike Dobek, thanks for joining. As always, really appreciate it. Ali, thanks for joining. Ali says, yes, we make maybe a little bit more than $3 an hour without surge or prime time in the Los Angeles market. And that's a really good thing that we should talk about tonight, okay? And let's make a note of that, about surge and prime time at $3 an hour, $3.37. And if you guys don't know, this was an MIT study that was just done in the last week or so, that researchers determined, after all expenses basically, that Uber drivers, specifically I believe they studied Uber drivers, we're making $3.37 an hour, okay? And we're going to talk about, like Ali mentioned, is that a real number? And what happens if you just take non-surge rides, non-primetime rides? I want to talk about that here. So welcome, guys. And again, just to give you guys a heads up, this is one of the features that we may see happen, should we get a super chat today, that we now have the Philips Hue integration with Super Chat. So if any come through, that should hopefully change colors. Kind of neat. So let's jump into it. Okay, so Lyft. And if you guys don't drive for Lyft right now, let me know. Uh-oh. I don't see anything. Right? Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh, it changed. It changed. I don't know why that's so entertaining. That is so cool. Rideshare 2K, thanks so much. The $1.99 super chat. That is awesome. And hey guys, if you don't, that's so cool. I'm a big tech person. If you guys like tech, the Philips Hue is a connected lighting system, and it does white lights and it does colored as well. So I guess that is the kind of blue, it's a little more blue here, but corresponding with Rideshare 2K's super chat. Very cool. Hey, Rideshare, thanks for testing that out. I really appreciate it. Pretty neat. And that's something to, it's not so much as getting the super chat. And I love when you guys drop the super chat because it really does help me out. That goes straight back to the channel. But what that does, it really makes it interactive with you guys. That you guys can literally control my Philips Hue lights via the internet, which I think is amazing. I think that's so cool just to interact with you guys. So these are all Philips Hue lights actually. So if you guys want, we can completely make this thing the entire studio. I know it's a bedroom, I know, but we can make this entire room change colors basically if you would like. That's awesome. Thanks. Let's get on with it. Okay. I really appreciate that, Rideshare 2K. I think that's so cool. Okay, so Lyft. What's going on here, Lyft? What are you guys doing? What is this? Ready? What is this? Hey, Quaker Oats, thanks for joining. Francisco, as always, giving the thumbs up. Thanks so much. So one of you guys, again, reached out to me, and you were awesome. Thanks for doing so. You showed me this, and I've never seen this before. This is not in the San Diego market. What this is a brand new payment system from Lyft. Okay, what are we looking at, right? So check out this screenshot, guys. Note at the bottom, stay in the pink zone, you get an extra $8.52 added to your next ride. Interesting. And there's so many initial questions about this. Initial thoughts. Let me know in the comments right now. Initial thoughts. What do you guys think? So the way this is working is if you're in these zones, okay, as long as you're in the zone, you will, once you hit that zone, you're going to get a bonus on your next ride. In this case, as you can see, $8.52. So let me know. Here's some questions for you. Do you think this is better than prime time? Do you think you will earn more on this than with prime time? Are they shortchanging prime time in substitutes of this? Now, here's another thing to think about is, will this help you ensure it's worth it to go to these busy areas? Is this going to reward you for at least getting out there? Now, I don't know how long this lasts. This little bonus zone right here, I don't know how long it lasts, but is it going to be worth it for you to travel here because you are guaranteed this $8.52 on your next ride? It's guaranteed. So instead of chasing prime time, or even if you're not that far away, remember I tell you guys 1 to 5-ish minutes away should be okay to go chase it. So, but even so, what if you go over there and try to get some prime time then it's gone? I find Lyft changes more unpredictably, sure, than Uber. This is guaranteed. Let me catch up with you guys here. Rideshare 2K had a great day, made $190 in 4 trips on a snow day. Rideshare 2K. My God, guys, let's run the numbers on that. 190 dollars on 4 trips. $47.50 per ride. That is fantastic. Rideshare 2K, great job. Mike Dobeck, what market is this in? Florida, I think. You can see it's West Tampa in the screenshot. I believe this is Florida. Quaker Oats says it's a great idea to keep more drivers on Lyft. Okay, yeah, Quaker Oats confirmed that's Tampa, Florida. Thank you so much. Rideshare 2K, what happens if the ride before takes you far outside of the area, then you have to rush back in the zone? Maybe, is that not the same thing as if you took a ride in an area with no prime time, then as soon as you left, prime time hit, and then you'd want to rush back there to get it? Is that similar to that? Because, you know, if you're in the zone, well, once you're in the zone, guys, you get that guaranteed bonus, okay? And we're going to talk about how you actually get this number here. Hey, Rideshare Elephant, thanks so much. I appreciate it, guys. Rideshare Elephant, I don't think it's going to change again. I don't think the hue light's going to change because it's already in the blue color from Rideshare 2K. You know what? Here, guys. Let's do this. I will change it back to purple. So if anyone drops another super chat, Hopefully I didn't mess the whole thing up by manually changing it, but I appreciate that, Sleeping Elephant. Thank you so much. Where were we? I'm sorry. Okay. So yes, you're guaranteed that once you hit the zone, so don't worry about it. Okay, let's talk about how you get this number right here. Okay, where did 852 come from? How do they determine it's $8.52? What's going to happen is kind of similar to prime time and surge. That bonus is going to continually go up. Okay, it's going to be on a counter. It's going to be going up and up. And I'm trying to remember, but I believe the counter goes up once you hit the zone. So once you hit the zone, I believe it's going to be at a certain amount. And then the longer and longer you wait, it's going to go up higher. I believe that's what it is. Versus just going up regardless if you're in there or not. I believe you have to be in there first to start that increase, that counter. Don't quote me on that. I can double check. You can follow over on Twitter. If you haven't already, I'll double check and let you guys know on Twitter. But that's it. So that's just one example. Let me show you this. And again, let me know right now, good, bad, better than original prime time. This is in beta. Guys, as we saw, it's in Tampa. Good, bad. Here's another example. Sleeping Elephant says, I ignore express pull riders who call, wait for me, come pick me up, find me. I am desensitized by the high maintenance packs or passengers. Yeah, guys, we did a live stream on Uber Express Pull. If you haven't watched that, I will try to link it right up here for you guys. That's a much, much cheaper version of standard Uber Pull. Now, drivers get the same regular pull rates, but passengers save 50% on Express Pull compared to regular pull. Okay, and again, if you want to learn more about Uber Express Pull, check out that live stream, and I'm going to try to take Express Pull as a passenger to let you guys know how it works on that end. Don't worry, as always, we're going to tip that driver a lot, but I'm going to check it out. I'm going to try to check out Express Pull. Ben, hey, thanks for joining. Ben Vernick says, I haven't accepted an Express Pull yet. Missed the beginning of this. Are you talking about Express Pull on Uber? That looks like Lyft. Yes, Ben, we are not talking about Express Pull in this stream. Again, if you want to check out Express Pull, we did a live stream that went very, very well. It's getting a lot of traction. Again, check it out. If you want to go in the video history on this channel, you can check it out. It was just posted pretty recently, a recent live stream we did. Quaker Oats, it might make you dead miles more. For this, I can see your point now that I think about it. Why would this make you encounter more dead miles? And if you guys don't know, dead miles are miles that you're going to drive to a certain area. You may have a passenger request. Okay, those are dead miles because you're not paid for those miles. But I think generally it refers to miles that you may be driving to a certain location for strategy. If you're going to the bar areas. If you're going to a stadium, again, that's just miles you're driving. Now, those also may be tax deductible miles. Check with your tax professional because, again, that's still related to your rideshare business because you're driving strategically to get to a certain area, and that the only purpose you're driving those miles is for rideshare. So while you don't have a ride request, you don't have a passenger in the car, those miles still may be deductible. That's not meant to be tax advice, professional financial advice. I'm not a CPA, but again, check with your tax professional. Those still may be deductible miles there. Catching up, guys. Rideshare 2K says, what happened to all the money Alphabet put into Lyft? Once they are bringing to the table, well, what are they bringing to the table to enhance Lyft? Yeah, guys, Alphabet, aka Google, made a big investment in Lyft. Where is it going? And that's a good point because what is really new on the Lyft platform? I'm trying to think right now. Can you guys give me a heads up? I don't know. What's been revolutionary or extremely new? New products? Pay increases? No. What is exactly new in the Lyft platform? That's a good point. Where is that investment going? It could be R&D, it could be software. I don't know at this point. Quaker Oats says, actually, to better explain it, not only are there going to be dead miles on Lyft, but drivers will saturate the area to get that extra $3. Great point. Guys, will this lead to more saturation than regular prime time? Let me know. Tonight's beverage, more Starbucks coffee. I don't know why. It's almost 10 p.m. here. Coffee, right? Tonight's beverage, more coffee. Will this lead to more driver saturation? Let me know right now. I have my own thoughts on it. I'm going to give you guys a second. If this is going to lead to more driver saturation, I'll catch up with you guys first. Sleeping Elephant says the title of the video is Uber Express Pool. Oh, my mistake. Uh-oh. My mistake, guys. Hold on. My mistake. You are correct. And I don't think this is even going to save. My apologies. Okay, there we go. It just saved. I just updated the title. It used the title and description from the last live stream. My apologies. We were so excited to go live. We jumped into OBS, which is our streaming software, and we did not update the live streaming info in YouTube. Thank you guys for keeping it real. And okay, that's updated. All right, I think we're good to go. My mistake, guys. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? I've been doing this for over a year now. Come on, guys. Thank you. Okay, so here's my clickbait. Ben Varnick says clickbait. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Live video. Hey. Okay, so Oscar says, why are 4.5 drivers wired? I don't get the reference there. Wired for what? I'm not sure there. Francisco says it's near 1 a.m. where he is at. Yeah, guys, we're going to be doing some late night live streamings here. We get some work done a little bit earlier in the evening, work done really all the time. We're editing videos for you guys. So we try to live stream when we can, absolutely. A little bit different time zone here than in the past, I should say. Rysher2K says, you have a Tesla shirt on. No, guys, we have your Driver Mike team shirt on, actually, for the channel. For the channel. I guess I can see how it kind of looks like Tesla, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, that is Your Driver Mike shirt. Okay, so here's my thoughts, guys. Is this going to lead to more driver saturation? Yes. And there's a few things that are going to determine if that is okay or not, if it's going to affect you or not, because prime time already leads to saturation. And when we say saturation, we're talking about micro level saturation, okay, not market saturation in your entire city. Micro level, this one area of prime time, 300%, a bunch of drivers are going to drive there, right? That's going to cause micro saturation. This is also going to cause some micro saturation, but maybe not as much. I don't know. We're going to have to find out. If you have this in your market, by the way, let me know. If you have this in any other markets other than Tampa, Florida, let us know in the live chat. Let us know in the comments right now. And let us know if you're seeing more drivers than normal come into these areas for this guarantee. So is this not, I'm going to ask you guys about this too. I'm going to ask you this. Is this not just a rebranding of earnings guarantees, of Uber Boost guarantees? Maybe not. Because Uber Boost guarantees was a surge multiplier guarantee, right? This is an actual flat dollar amount guarantee. So again, to answer your question, prime time is going to bring saturation, right? Because a lot of drivers see 200, 300% prime time. They see the dark pink, that's a busy area. A lot of drivers are going to go there. This is also going to do similar to get drivers to get that guarantee. But is it going to bring more or less drivers? Interesting. It's really, I don't even know. I don't even know. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Uber Gang SF, Uber SF, thanks for joining, says, where is your market? I am not in Florida, actually. I'm here in San Diego, California. One of you guys, again, thank you, reached out to me and sent me this so we can talk about it and check it out. This is a beta program. This is brand new, guys. Quaker Oats says, interesting, let's talk about this. Quaker Oats says, oversaturation means fewer rides. So is this a better process then? Why? Is this not a better process then? If that's the case. If prime time causes fewer rides because more drivers come to the area, and when we say fewer rides, it means that not every driver is going to get a ride, right? Because there's going to be a ton of drivers coming to the area. Is this better though? Because remember, as soon as you hit these areas, the pink, the purple, once you hit it, boom, you're guaranteed to get that multiplier. And remember, the longer you wait, that keeps going up. So do you want to not get a ride? Do you want to keep waiting and waiting because it's going to keep going up? That's what I was told. That's what this does. Yes, it is capped. It will stop eventually, okay? But if you're waiting, is this not better than getting nothing on prime time? You drive there 5 to 7 minutes, I'm going to get prime time. I'm going to get 200, 300% prime time. You get there, let's go, I'm online, 150, 100%, 75%, gone. And you get no ride request. And you wasted some time getting there. And then now you get a ride request and a standard fare. It's a waste of time and money. It wasn't even worth it to go out there. You know, isn't this better? Because as soon as you get there, you're guaranteed. You guarantee a bonus. And then again, the longer you wait, the more and more you wait, the higher that bonus is going to be. Interesting. Let me know your thoughts. Uber Gang says, we've been having Lyft primetime blue zones like that here in the Bay Area for like 2 to 3 months now. And I do find, and I still do find in busy hours, that's just my market though, I can't speak for other places. Okay, so Uber Gang, are you saying you still get the prime time zones? Now Lyft, it's going to be the pink, the dark pink, from my understanding. I'm not sure about the blue zones. Rideshare2K says, the only thing I like about Lyft over Uber is the available pickups scheduled. Yeah, and guys, and I don't think we usually have many here. Excuse me. But your scheduled pickups, if you go into your profile, which is on the top left of your Lyft app, and you can see I need to update a document there. But if you go in there and you can see the scheduled pickups, if you click on that, then you can see predictable rides that you can guarantee you will get at certain times. They are scheduled. Now, like I was kind of thinking, there's none here right now in San Diego. And honestly, I don't see many ever really popping up. I don't know why. But that's where you can find scheduled rides. Now, typically you'll get notifications. You may get a banner notification if you're on iOS that says, hey, a scheduled ride just became available. I can't imagine that they're showing that notification to a ton of drivers based on probably where you're at, right? Where your home is, where you're typically at. I'm sure Lyft can know that. They'll probably send it to a radius of drivers. You know, if a passenger needs a ride here and they know that drivers live in this area, they'll probably send it first to those drivers. Maybe, that's just my kind of guess. And then if you're the first to claim it, then you'll have that ride guaranteed at a certain time. Quaker Oats says, did you hear about Lyft doing a new earnings display? I did. So guys, today you got an email, I believe today, this week, we'll safely say this week, I think it was today. Lyft is doing a new earnings screen. Again, check your email for this. That's going to give a little bit more breakdown of your earnings. I believe it was showing more of net take home, a little bit better of a breakdown. I just read through it once, but that's what the new earnings screen is. Hey, Genjoy, thanks for joining as always. It's usually a very short ride. We may be referring to the prime time zones. Ben says, I like the idea of guaranteed money, nothing more frustrating than being in a prime time zone and not getting a ride. That's kind of what I was thinking, is maybe this is better only insofar as you're guaranteed a bonus. And again, the longer you wait, the longer the bonus is going to be. But is it going to be high enough where you will still make good money versus it being prime time? Like, would I make more if it was on prime time, or would I make more or at least the same using this method? Let's see. Catching up. Francisco says, where's that Sheets drink, Mike? I know, guys, here in California, we do not have Sheets. If you're on the East Coast, the Northeast Coast, we'll say, you're familiar with Sheets. My number one gas station. We don't have it out here, guys. Francisco says. You guys are flying. Okay, let's catch up. Uber Gang says, yeah, I'll be in a light blue outlined zone with $20 on it. Yes. Or what the price is in that zone. I usually get shot out of the blue zone in those trips, though. So let's bring this up, guys. Uber Gang makes a point I want to show you. This isn't exactly what Uber Gang is talking about, but we've seen this before. Right here. We've seen this before. Do you remember this? It's the same thing that Uber did. Similar. Okay, we'll say similar. It's a guaranteed earnings zone. I don't believe the Uber guarantee zones went up, though. Excuse me again. So we have seen this before, at least something similar. And again, this is Uber showing a guaranteed boost for your next trip. And you can see that there in the bottom, a bonus on your next trip. Bonus, extra, whatever you want to call it. This is not my screenshot either. Again, thanks for you guys for keeping me in the know in other markets where they beta tested this. Have you guys seen this too? Does your market have this as well? So, you want to see it? Let's show you what this looks like here, guys. When you get the actual ride from Lyft, this is what you're going to see. So here's what your screen looks like when you actually get that ride request after you've been waiting. And look at this. Initial impressions. Let me know your initial impressions. I'm going to catch up with you guys. You guys are flying again. Thank you so much. Let's see. Ben, do surges apply to scheduled rides? Yes, I believe so. I've not taken a scheduled ride, but the only thing a scheduled ride is going to do is send out the ride request for the passenger. It's not going to lock them into a certain rate. That's to my understanding. So yes, any kind of surge or prime time will apply if it's happening at that time. Catching up with you guys. Okay, yeah, Sleeping Elephant saying scheduled rides sometimes have prime time, mostly 25%. Kenneth, thanks for joining. I appreciate it. They sent another email saying that the first email was sent out too soon, speaking for the Lyft earnings email. Let's check our email, guys. We're checking all of our emails right now. Thank you, Kenneth. That was just sent, wow, about an hour and a half ago. You guys are the best. You keep me in the know here. This is a team. That's why we got the shirt, guys. I appreciate it. So Lyft says, oops, just kidding. We spoke a little too soon. You might have gotten an email from Lyft earlier today about an updated way of showing earnings in the app. This new view isn't quite ready yet. We'll let you know when we start rolling this out to drivers. Sorry for the mix-up. Thanks for your understanding. Oops. Quicker Oats, Uber is still better with a $3 extra per ride in a 3-hour period anywhere in LA County. And yeah, guys, you'll see some of those bonuses, and let's see if I can find one for you. I'm trying to show you something specifically. Okay, well, what I'm looking for is Lyft will send out bonuses via text as well. So make sure your phone number is up to date if it's not. And what they'll do is send you streak bonuses. Here we go. Yes. So your market may have streak bonuses, and I believe that's what Quaker Oats was talking about. A lot of phone time today, I guess, guys. Streak bonus, you can see here, $9 for every 3 rides in a row. And then they'll give you a time window. So it seems like everyone's trying to sample different bonus structures. But let's talk about this, guys. Jen Joy says something tested in Charlotte and the drivers made a lot. I'm not sure exactly what feature that was referring to. Sleeping Elephant says they are doing whatever they can to kill the surge multiplier, especially if you take a longer route to the destination. FYI, interesting. Have you seen that, by the way? Have you guys seen lower surge? And we did a video on that. And again, if we remember, we will link it right up here. A video on, does surge still exist? And to this point today about Lyft, does prime time still exist? Let me know. Uber Gang says, do you guys get the $25 extra for 5 ride streak in the mornings on Lyft? So you guys are getting an extra $5 a ride as long as you do 5 rides in a row. So you do 5 rides in a row on Lyft, you'll get an extra $25. Minimum fare, if a minimum fare is what, like $4 or $5, you're doubling your rides. So if you do just minimum fares, you're getting a 2x for that time period. Now, chances are that every ride is not going to be a minimum ride, especially if it's in the morning, and you may have to contend with traffic. Is it worth the time and traffic? Weigh the cost benefits there. The Uber Money Zone. Jen Joy says that they were testing that Uber bonus zone in Charlotte. Okay, guys, my thoughts on this. So this is the screen that you're, again, going to see when you're in that bonus zone with Lyft. Now, look at that ride bonus. $9.54 is a pretty good bonus, I would say. I would say $9.54. Again, if that's a minimum fare, you're doing what, 2.5x on that ride, let's say. Yeah, basically a 2.5x. Again, if that's a minimum fare ride, we don't know. Now, here's the thing. Question for you is, when does this stop being worth it? When does that stop being worth it? Because yes, that is a guaranteed amount. But how long do you think they were waiting for this request? Probably not too long, because it had to have been a high enough demand area to even qualify to activate this bonus, right? But at what distance is that not worth it? If that was a 200%, which is a 3x on Uber, maybe you can make more that way. That's really interesting. We'd honestly have to run the numbers on it, right? Okay, well, what's the rate per mile on a 200%? At what point would the prime time be better, and at what point would the guarantee be better? Speaking generally, the shorter the ride, the better that looks. And conversely, if it's a short ride and it's on 200%, it's not worth it. Prime time benefits from long rides. So short rides, bonus zone, long rides, traditional prime time is probably where the best earnings are. Now, of course, we can't have both. Quaker Oats says Uber has a bonus plus surge, plus extra bonuses, plus guaranteed fares every morning, so I prefer Uber. How many bonuses do you guys have? If you're watching this on the rebroadcast, Let me know in the comments if you're watching this on the live stream. Let me know how many bonuses are you getting quests. Is anyone still getting boost zones anymore? Is that still a thing? Are you still getting boost zones? Are you still getting quests? Are you getting streaks, earnings guarantees? What else? I don't surge, just regular surge. What are all you still getting? Kenneth says, I've never seen that. Okay, it's beta tested right now. Ben says, it seems to me that Lyft has capped the prime time here to 300% in my market. Uber still goes higher. And I've seen that, guys. That's a thing. Does Uber or Lyft, another question for you, does Uber or Lyft cap multipliers in your market? Let me know. Does Uber or Lyft cap multipliers in your market? Hey guys, excuse me. Oh my gosh. Again, it's not a live stream unless I mispronounce a word or the voice goes. I tell you guys. But let's bring this away for a second. If you guys are just joining right now, we have a neat new feature that is new to YouTube where the if this then that system has integrated into Super Chat. If you donate a Super Chat, aka a tip, that Philips Hue light will change colors to the corresponding Super Chat color. And this is brand new and it does work, we found out today. So if you would like to send a Super Chat, you can control my home a little bit. And thanks so much, guys, for everyone dropping the Super Chat. You guys are awesome. Okay. So I should probably get out of the way of this next one here. And then this was sent, okay? So after this beta program, Lyft did this as well. It's a very special, maybe invite only program. So Lyft sent this. You're invited. Feedback shapes everything we do, blah, blah, blah. So they invited drivers to do a video chat. Yes. A video chat with Lyft. Hey Lyft, how's it going? I just want to talk to you about the beta test program that you had in my market. Hello? It's interesting, I don't know. Nothing wrong with video chat. Hey, whatever, that's what they want to do. So they want to do a video chat with a driver who had this program for 30 minutes, and if you do it, you'll leave the session with a $50 Amazon gift card. Would you guys sync up and talk to Lyft about this beta program if this came to your market? And I do see you in there. Aaron, your personal driver, just jumped live. He just dropped down into the live chat. Aaron, I appreciate it. Thanks for joining. Sleeping Elephant says, it's slow right now until May. There's so many things we can talk about with earnings, guys. And we did a video. Again, we're doing a ton of videos about every question, hopefully, well, not every question, a lot of questions that you may have about rideshare. And we did a video on slow times, right? There's ebbs and flows. And as Sleeping Elephant said, it may be slower right now. Jermaine says, in my market, Boost is only offered in a small college town 3 hours away. Very few drivers there. Aaron puts the thumbs up in the live chat. And guys, if you haven't done so already, I know we're talking about a lot right now. I know we're highlighting a lot of features. And we are answering your questions, by the way. If you have any questions, drop them right now. Not there, right there in the live chat. But if you could right now, as I try to ask you guys at least once a live stream, just once a live stream, if you can hit this button, if you can please hit the like button on the live stream. If you're watching this in the rebroadcast right now, it takes a second, it just takes 1 second. If you can hit the like button, shows me that you get value in this live stream. Shows me that you get value in this live stream, in the content on this channel. It gets more people in here, more eyes on the Your Driver Mike channel and more people on the Your Driver Mike team. And of course, speaking of things that work with YouTube, it boosts us in YouTube's almighty algorithm. If you could please leave a like on this video. It may even take a half second if you're fast. It probably takes a half second, not even a full second. Thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate it. So, would you talk with Lyft? Would you let them know how the new program is going? Let's find out. Talking about Sherpa Share, Aaron in the live chat. Sherpa Share is an app to help you track your miles if you guys are interested. Quaker Oats says college areas help if it's slow, because for most weekends, you guys, myself included, can anticipate the college demographic. They take Uber and Lyft a lot because they're familiar with the technology, okay? They are used to the technology. That is how they get around, especially on weekends, is rideshare. B, they're going to traditionally be out later, right, than maybe some other demographics. So, like Quaker Oats is saying, if you have a college town near you, it may be advantageous to go over there. And we actually have one right over there, about not even 5 minutes away, which is good, by the way. If you guys live near a college town, do the research, find out when it surges, when there's prime time, because typically that's a hub for both. Your driver Mike says, your personal driver says, listen to Mike and thumbs up. Quaker Oats says, never-ending pool rides at UCLA. Watch out for those pool rides as well, guys, if you're in a college market. True. Hey, let's mix it up. What do you guys think? I'm going to mix it up. We can drop down to blue, maybe? Let's drop down to blue. Ben, dropping the like on the video. Jenjoy dropping the like as well. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Jermaine says, college kids will spend no matter what. Yeah, and arguably, it doesn't matter. You can say they got money from home. You can say that college students have no money. And there's one thing they're going to spend on. It might be rideshare. Now, as it was alluded to, it may be pool or maybe Lyft line. I don't advise you take those. That's always been my stance. Yeah, look out for the college demographic. Sleeping Elephant says, I hit dislike because you got the title wrong. I did give you a super chat, though. Do you prefer super chats or likes? Oh, no, guys. We did have a little bit of a incorrect title to begin the live stream because we did not change it. My apologies. Which do you prefer, super chats or both are appreciated, guys? Likes and super chats. Hey, Dano, thanks for joining. Better late than never. That's okay. What did you miss? Well, hey, since you're in here, let's go on to chapter 2. We've been streaming for 43 minutes. Okay, cool, guys. Let's go for another 15. We like to go for hour live streams. Do you make $3.37 per hour driving for Uber? Do you make less? Do you make more? Do you make $3.37 per hour driving Uber according to MIT? And are you going to question MIT? You do. You make only $3.37 an hour. Yes, no. We did this last time. It seemed to work well. Let's do it again. Number one, leave a number one in the live chat if yes, I make $3.37 an hour or less. Put a 2 in the live chat if you're like, no way. $3.37 an hour. Even after expenses and taxes, there's no way I make $3.37 an hour. It's ridiculous. 1, yeah, I make it and less. You know, it's ridiculous. Or 2, come on, I make way more than $3.37 an hour. And again, I got my own thoughts. Let me know. Let me know in the live chat here, guys. Your personal driver says, for college students, it's cheaper and smarter to use rideshare than own a car. Absolutely. Yeah, especially every single student, 99% aren't making any kind of cash flow to make sense of actually paying for a car. I'm sure there's some that are, I'm talking about making their own money. I'm not talking about donations from parents, what have you, which is, hey, that's their thing. But making your own cash flow. There's only a small amount that are actually making enough cash flow to buy a car on their own. So yeah, rideshare makes the most sense for college students. Plus, they'd have to pay to have a car on campus. And not all freshmen can have cars on campus depending on university. Sleeping Elephant says, millennials tip too much sometimes. Millennials tip too much sometimes. Really? I've heard a good crowd that would say the opposite. I've heard that millennials do not tip enough. Interesting. Your personal driver says, with no surge, I only make 35 cents an hour. R. Dixon says, live stream 60 minutes equals 15 minutes of information. Just say, that's why we try to mix it up, guys. When we come to these live streams, it is 50% discussion and 50% giving you information. Because when I give information, there's questions back, there's dialogues, there's ideas shared, yes, no. I get new insight from you guys, and we just saw that here in the live stream. So not every second of a live stream is going to be brand new. Here's some new information. So it is in part discussion. That's why we have the Q&A right there. But we do try to balance live streams and traditional videos so you get the best of both worlds. I find I like listening to live streams like a radio. I kind of put on a live stream in the background. And I've watched 5-hour live streams basically as a radio show in the background. Sometimes what I do. Your personal driver says, yes, I make about $3.37 an hour or less with Uber. And okay, Francisco says that's redundant. If anyone makes $3.37, where would you possibly be driving to make so little? And Aaron says, your personal driver, also I can't do math. Quaker Oat says, when I get sleepy and go home early, I still make more than $3.37 an hour. All right, guys. I was checking on something real quick. Okay. Sleeping Elephant says, I'm getting rich with the extra Uber pool pickup fee. Dollar by dollar, day by day, slowly but surely. Quaker Oats. Okay, your personal drivers talking to Quaker Oats. Okay, so my thoughts on that study is I'm leaning towards this new revision that's coming through. What happened in the most current version of this is MIT said, okay, we've heard your criticisms. There's been a good amount of criticisms that said there's no way drivers are making $3.37. I agree with that. I do not believe that you are making $3.37 an hour driving rideshare. Now, where may that make sense? If you were doing, oh, there it goes, guys. Aaron, your personal driver with a $2 super chat. Purple is my color. Now it is yours. Yes, changing, guys. I'm not sure if it's changing as like, oh, it's changing to blue. Okay, it changed to blue again. That's what it is. Yeah, Aaron, it changes to this color. It changes to the super chat color. So I guess that's their blue color. But thank you for the super chat. The only place where you may make $3.37 an hour or less is if you were only doing standard fare and driving a ton of dead miles for it. Okay, then you're probably making what, $12 an hour? Okay, before taxes. So and that's okay. $4 for a standard fare times 3 rides an hour, and sometimes it's 2 rides an hour, right? So that's $8 to $12 an hour before expenses. Then yeah, you cut that in half for taxes, for expenses. That gets down to $4 if you're only doing 2 rides an hour. So that may make sense there, but generally, I think you're making more than $3.37 an hour. I definitely do. Now, here's another point: is Hopefully you are mastering the system. If you're new to rideshare, listen to this. You need to master the system and drive smart and know how the Uber and Lyft apps work to maximize your earnings. I don't advise, if you can avoid it, I don't advise just taking standard fares, okay? I don't advise sitting in traffic. If you can drive at different times versus the times where there's gridlock, if your city has that, don't drive during those times. Nothing is going to kill your earnings faster and get you down to $3 an hour than taking a standard fare at 7 a.m., 8 a.m., sitting in 45 minutes of traffic, only going, I don't know, 5 miles, X miles, and you're gridlocked in traffic, and it took 45 minutes, and you get one more ride, maybe, right? That's a couple blocks away. You made $8. You made $8 or $9. Let's say you got a tip, right? And that's per hour because you're wasting time in traffic, and it was a standard fare. So master the system. Know when and where the demand is with surge in prime time, and maximize bonuses. If you can accomplish streaks, if your market still has quests, if you can maybe do power driver bonuses, which are now increasingly hard to get, all of those things can make you more per hour. I have always tried to hit $20 to $30 an hour in net revenue before taxes. Okay, net revenue before taxes. Now, if you want to talk about complete bottom line, of course, it's going to be less than $20 to $30 an hour. But I try to capitalize on surge in prime time to make about 20 or 30 based on surge in prime time. Jen Joy says, I'm sure the MIT students have taken pool though. Your personal driver, I think the new math showing $10 an hour after expenses is probably true. That being said, some states, that is less than minimum wage. And I can't believe that. I can. Yeah, if you're doing more dead miles, sitting in traffic, taking standard fares, you can get down there. Because again, if you're doing $15 an hour, $16 an hour before taxes and expenses, insurance, maintenance, then yeah, you could get down to $10 an hour. Quaker Oats says, I think MIT surveyed Oklahoma, which has the lowest pay in the country overall. And yeah, they do. Them and Orlando, a lot of Florida, it's at 65 cents a mile. And we're back. Let's mix it up, guys. We're bouncing it over to red. Okay, so Genjoy, thing is, how many lose money altogether? That is a good question. How many we haven't even talked about this. How many drivers are actually losing money? How can you lose money on rideshare? Here's how. Is you are leasing a car. Maybe you're still leasing a car with Uber. They got rid of that program, the exchange program. Maybe you have to make payments on your car, okay? Maybe you're driving a car with really high operational costs, low miles per gallon, right? High operational costs, what have you, okay? Maybe the maintenance is very high. Maybe you're driving a luxury car. Maybe you're driving a car that, like a luxury car, depreciates very fast. So you're losing money, not in the money in the hand sense, but you're losing money by the extreme depreciation on your car, right? Jen Joy says, per hour doesn't matter. It's all about profit to the car. Another interesting point here, guys, is do you measure earnings per hour? Or do you simply look at cash flow per ride? Okay. As we saw earlier, one of you guys made $190 on 4 rides. $47 an average on rides on per ride. Now, how many hours did that take? Okay. If that took longer, let's do some quick math here. $190, okay? Even if it took 3 hours, guys, it's $63. Okay, that's a fringe example, but my point is, if you were sitting still and it took more time, but you didn't drive as many dead miles, but you made a lot in profit, would you rather do that? Maybe wait longer, bring in a ton of actual net profit, because again, you're keeping your expenses low because you're not driving dead miles. Is that worth it? Actually, that may be in part strategy of what drivers do at the airport. It's because they're waiting maybe a longer time, they're not incurring any expenses, but they're investing time, hopefully for a good ride. Your personal driver says, Jen Joy, that $10 is the mean. So 50% of drivers make more, 50% make less. Sleeping Elephant, start driving at 3:30 in the morning like me. Takes discipline. Passengers are grateful you are picking them up. To Sleeping Elephant's point, I was out there at 3:30 in the morning consistently every weekend. Okay, we have a new work schedule here. I can't be out as late. I have to drive usually weekends, a little bit different times, but with my work schedule, I could be out there at 3:30 in the morning, 4 in the morning. And Sleeping Elephant makes a good point, because when you drive at those times, okay, obviously 2 a.m. is usually when the bars close, depending on your city. Some cities are later, but you can drive at 2, you can capture that bar demand, but maybe you don't want to drive that crowd, right? So you head out at like 3:30. Now you still will get some ride requests unless you avoid the area. What you start getting is passengers headed to the airport, okay? Maybe a little bit early, but I have had airport rides that early. And Sleeping Elephant says that passengers are just grateful you're picking them up. And they're doing that because drivers are heading home, okay? Sometimes they may be in a pinch. Here's a pro tip, guys. Here's a pro tip, is if you're driving the bar hours, don't just assume 2 a.m. is the rush, because give it until 3 a.m. and the staff that are there cleaning, the bartenders are cleaning up, putting things away, counting money, locking the place up. Usually they'll head out around 3, okay, generally. And I've seen that those bar areas will resurge. It'll surge or prime time again, because drivers, they just tapped out the 2 a.m. rush and then they head home. But if you can stay out there later, you may get a second wind. And if you continue to stay out there, you'll get those airport runs. Your personal driver agrees it's not always about per mile, it's about it's not always about, the light just went off, guys. I think we just lost the light there. It's probably a signal that we're getting close to an hour live stream, and we are actually. That it's about per miles, right? It's not about per hour, it's about per miles to maximize your profit. Your personal driver says, no way, maximize each ride you can and your hourly will go up. It's all about per mile rate and no dead miles. Good points there, guys. A, minimize the dead miles. When you do so, you are saving yourself the aggravation of being on the road, navigating traffic, park somewhere strategically and wait. And also, you're minimizing your expenses. Okay, you're minimizing expenses by parking and waiting there. And again, to Aaron's point, you're maximizing each ride because you're waiting, hopefully, you're parking strategically because of surge and prime time. So you're sitting, you're waiting, and then demand is peaking, and then you jump online. You're getting the ideal scenario. You're not wasting miles, and you're getting a very profitable ride. Your per hour is fun, but meaningless and a bad way to calculate, your personal driver says. Quaker Oats says, just hang out in areas that are known to surge and pick up rides in that area for the entire shift. That's a pretty good point right there. Hang out in areas that are known to surge. Guys, and if you don't know the areas that are surging, that are prone to prime time, you need to research those areas. Most every single market that I can think of that I've been in has had surge or prime time in similar pockets. There's trends there, right? There's trends where surge is and when. Philip says, hey, Philip, thanks for joining. Waiters and bartenders always tip. People in the service industry reward those also in the service industry. And I found that generally to be the case as well. Well, guys, hey, we lost the Philips Hue light. It needs to be charged, I guess. I guess that's a signal that we need to wrap up the live stream. And we just passed the hour mark anyway, so it's about that time to wrap up the live stream. Any other final thoughts, questions? Let us know in the live chat right now. Excuse me. And I will hang out in the live chat as well, guys. So if you have any other final questions, feel free to post them in the live chat. Yes, right here. You guys are awesome for testing out the new Philips Hue feature, getting us to use the if this then that feature that is brand new to the YouTube platform. Brand new, guys. It just happened this week. All right, guys. I will see you in the live chat. Guys watching the rebroadcast, post any questions below. And on your way out, if you haven't done so already, really quickly, if you can leave a like on the live stream. Really appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much. We will see you in the next one.